I've been tracking hundreds of Instagram accounts in my programs, and there's a massive change I've been seeing recently that's either making creators blow up or completely killing their reach. And the interesting part about this is the head of Instagram, our old friend Mozeri, actually just admitted to one of these problems for the first time. But what they told you is actually only half of the story. Essentially, Instagram have admitted that they have an issue with accounts that don't post frequently, and that they finally acknowledged that these creators get significantly less reach. Here's actually what Mozeri said. Let me show you.
It matters, but not as much as it matters for Reels. Generally speaking, I don't want to tell people to post more than they're comfortable posting. You should do what's sustainable for you, what you find enjoyable, and what you find works for your goals. But if you do stop posting for a long period of time, the ranking system sometimes doesn't know how well to value your content, and it can hurt your engagement. We're trying to fix that. It's not something that we want to be a feature of the system, but it's a more significant thing in Reels than it is in Stories.
Now here's the thing, I've actually witnessed this whole pattern for months, if not years, to be honest. And one thing that I've noticed is that it seems like Instagram kind of puts you into certain categories, mostly between lurker, aka hobbyist, and creator, right? But recently it seems like there's also something like an inactive creator flag, meaning if you've reached your creator status, and I'll explain to you how to get this one in a second, but if you stop posting, you'll actually lose it after a while, and that can actually run you into some trouble. Quick note, by the way, I track algorithm changes like these in my weekly Creator Club newsletter, so if you want these insights before they sort of hit mainstream here, check the link in the description and get in totally for free, by the way. Now, one thing I've observed with clients is that even if they have lost their active creator status, there's always a way out, right? Unless you stop posting for 3 to 4 years and things have totally changed. But even then, I've basically developed a framework that we have all of our clients go through that is designed in a way to kind of get the algorithm to open up way faster, which is basically just posting a lot of the right content and then adding some triggers along the way. The 60-day framework, by the way, I've made some videos here on this channel about this recently. But here's where the interesting part comes into play. I figured out a way to kind of check whether you're considered to be an active creator or not. And you can even check whether the algorithm has you under the right topic or niche, basically. So let me show you how. There's different ways of checking. The most basic one is basically going to your account from an unrelated profile and checking if you see this plus icon somewhere on your profile. It usually only shows up if you're not considered a creator yet. I don't have definitive data on that, but seems like that's what it is. Reaching active creator status actually happens roughly when you hit around 1,000 followers and if you post dedicated niche specific content consistently. So at least 3 to 4 times a week. And if you click on this thing, most of the time you'll find that there's suggested accounts that are possibly in the personal circle of whoever clicks it. So people that are totally unrelated to you and your content. And if that's the case, you know you're not a creator yet. So if you have that, if there's unrelated profiles, keep creating content until you hit that 1,000 follower mark. Be consistent and you'll be there pretty soon. If you do get this one and see relevant accounts in your niche, you're basically categorized as a creator already. Awesome, but that's not all. Hit the professional dashboard on your profile, scroll down there, and there's something called inspiration. If you see this similar to your content there, and this content is roughly what your audience also is supposed to watch, right? In my case, it's basically creator content, Instagram content, but then the odd one that is like editing and stuff like this. It's still right because technically editing has a lot to do with creators, so the algorithm has me categorized the right way. So if that looks remotely similar to your content that you see in there, with the odd one out obviously, but stuff that your target audience would also watch, it's looking pretty good and you're even categorized into the right niche. So awesome. Now here's the thing, there's actually a third way that I've developed essentially, and it's part of the Creator Mentorship AI Hub. I basically have some magic, right? Some actual magic, and I can basically pull an account through this whole thing and see if you're categorized or not. And additionally to that, I see your biggest competitors, aka super similar accounts that the algorithm puts you with in the recommendations. All right, so let me just pull a few in here to show you actually how this whole works, of people who have sent me their account in through the Creator Club. And yeah, essentially what it is, we have a profile analysis tab right here, and I basically just put this in there and hit the analyze button and wait for a while. As we can see right here, Aaron Fitness, if we look, less than 366 followers, we have this plus button right there. And if I click on it, it's actually people that I potentially know in real life. It's not, well, it's not categorized yet. And here we can see no related profiles found. So there's that. Let's take another. Karina in Bloom. As you can see, she has more than more than 1,000 followers. So this button is gone. So that already shows us one thing. She might already have this creator flag. Now let's just see how active she is. March 15. Now it's getting interesting. So, and 1 day ago. So that's going to be one day ago, already 4,000 views. So, okay. So now it's getting interesting because she doesn't post a lot, or at least she did until she stopped a few months ago. Or no, she actually doesn't post a lot. You need to post more. Otherwise, nothing what I say here works. That I can guarantee you that. Let's pull her in there and see again. What's up? No related profiles found. So here's the other example that I made before. This one, I'm sure she's categorized the right way because she has photography content, stuff like this. I'm sure, and I'd love to know, Karina, if you see this, let me know in the comments down below. In your inspiration tab, do you see what's going on? Is it categorized the right way? But because she's not posting a lot, obviously, you know, no related profiles found, she lost the active creator flag. Now, let me show you one account, at least I hope it's gonna work, because it looks pretty promising here, where I think the algorithm has him figured out for them. So 6,000 followers, pretty consistent, not as consistent as I would like it to be. But let's just pull this in here and let's see if we see similar profiles. Ta-da, there you go. We have 38 related profiles. And that's another interesting thing about this tool, by the way. Seems like the better you are sort of flagged or categorized, the more profiles will show up. So if there's 38 profiles in there, it's not fully done yet. So, there's still room for improvement. If you have 80 of the right ones, it means, okay, you're a full-blown active creator, probably even in the third tier or second tier already. But let's not even get into this. And basically what you see here is accounts the algorithm categorizes you with. And what you need to do is basically check here what's going on. Are they related or not? There you go. It's about baby. So technically son. We see one about motherhood, right? Seeing as this is, so it's very, very similar. It's not 100% I could see, but motherhood, stuff like this, motherhood. So it's kind of categorized the right way. Beautiful. Again, the interesting part about this whole thing is even if you're categorized, like I just showed you, and you don't post a lot, you're going to lose that active flag and nothing's going to show up there. And this was basically what Missouri was talking about here. Now, if you want to get access to this tool, join my Creator Club newsletter for free in the description, and I'll send you details on how to get this pretty soon. And if you want to get more tools that actually help you with content creation and getting this creator status as soon as possible by creating the right kinds of content, for example, with something that analyzes your hooks, another awesome thing, check out this video and let's go.